Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I have a special guest coming out all the way from New Zealand, and they are called Dead Empire. Dead Empire is a four-piece original rock and roll band based in Mount Maunganui, New Zealand. And they explore unique time signatures paired with catchy song lyrics, and Dead Empire brings an energetic presence to any type of audience. And I have the whole band here from New Zealand all together. So let me bring them in and you can meet everyone right now. You can't understand, for they mask with persuasion. And there they are. Welcome, guys, to the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show. How's it going tonight?
Good,
How
man.
you guys doing? I've already been talking to the band, and everyone is awesome. These guys are crack up. These guys are a crack up. So who wants to take the lead on this? How did the band get started, and how many years you guys been together, and how'd you all meet? Who wants to take that one?
Sorry, Milky.
Oh, all right. Me it is. Probably about maybe like 4 years ago, I was jamming with some of my old high school buddies, and a few of them went to jazz school and whatnot, blah blah blah, and then started getting together and jamming, and thought, oh, we really fucking like this. This is really cool. And then we go, no, we need a singer, and then we just advertised, and Cain jumped on board, and dude, he just jumped right in and just gave it death from the get-go, and I was like, nah, this is really freaking cool. And then, as some bands always do, they I wouldn't say lost interest, but it's just, life has a way of diverting that path.
Right.
So then we just had me and Cain there going, shit, we don't want to give this up. We were like, what do we do? And Cain, I think I know a drummer, because Cain's been in a few bands prior to what we did, and then goes, no, one of my old bandmates, I'm sure he might be interested.
Right.
And then freaking Matty the Beast comes in and joins in, and then we start having a few jam practices, and then just, dude, this is fucking cool. Matt just the beast, got into it, learned some complicated stuff, because I was that time signature guy that likes to make weird stuff. And then we're like, no, we need to get a bassist now. So we just advertised on Facebook, and then Joel Luna jumped on board, and it's been pretty much solid ever since, man. And just kept on loving what we're doing and writing, and yeah.
Now, are you guys the founders in the band, Cain? Is it Cain and Matt? Are you guys the founders?
Not really founders, just guys jamming, and Universe brought us all together.
Okay.
I don't
kind of like that.
I don't believe in having a leader. Yeah.
Well, tell me how'd you guys all meet? Who started the band from the very beginning?
Me and Milky.
I don't know. But yeah,
Milky?
kind of, but I don't even like taking that kind of ownership. I think it's just a collective, really. Like,
so you guys all
met like that. So it'd be me and Cain kind of got the ball rolling in that aspect, but couldn't.
So you all met about the same time. Where are you all from originally?
I actually met Cain 16 years ago.
Yeah,
16 years ago.
I was a drummer for a band with him, in a band with his brother and a couple of mates. It would have been 16 years ago.
Oh.
And then I went with that, fizzled out, and I went on a drumming hiatus of sorts.
Okay.
Jumped into a Slipknot tribute band.
A Slipknot tribute band. Okay.
That was fun. And then got the phone call from Cain saying, you still got your drums? I'm like, yeah. So we pulled the drums out, and after not playing for about 8 years, blew out all the cobwebs.
But you couldn't even tell. I was shocked the fact that you guys haven't played for 8 years. I was like, shit, shut the fuck up.
Cain, I'm going to go to you. How'd you get started in music? Let's go back to your childhood. You got started in music.
I grew up in a musical house. My grandfather, who I partly lived with, was a jazz musician, and we always had pianos, everything in the house. Every family get-together was always a big jam. It was quite cool. It still is. Every Christmas, when all the cousins and aunties and uncles get together, we play.
Right.
And so it's always been there. And I don't know. What did I do? I got into skateboarding. And then one day I went to, what do you call it in America? Middle school? When you're like 11, 12? Is that middle school?
Right.
They introduce you to a music room. And I just frothed me and two other mates on that morning formed a band because we were allowed to stay in there at lunchtime. And those same two guys I jammed right through high school with, doing pretty much Faith No More covers.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, just moving with that sort of music. And what really lit me up was being in that music room at the age of 11 with xylophones and all these instruments I've never seen. And I just get really excited. I get really excited, especially when the drum kit's behind me and a distorted guitar. I get super vibrationally excited. I don't
That's
know what
awesome.
that means.
Now, at what point did you transition into the live band, Aaron? How old were you? Uh-oh, I lost you.
At lunchtime for the school and stuff. It was pretty
Okay.
corny. It would have been terrible, but it was fun. Yeah.
Well, that's
and
awesome.
we practiced once a week at the age of 11 and 12, just jamming terrible music.
So when did you meet
Yeah.
all these crazy guys from New
Oh,
Zealand?
you've just cut out.
When did you meet all these guys?
I've lost you. I can't hear you.
All right, maybe I muted myself. Testing 1 2. When did you meet all these guys?
What was it, Matt? 16 years ago. We formed a band. How did that happen, Matt? A band called Dakota.
Dakota.
And that
I was working in the kitchen with Aaron.
Okay.
that was a long time ago. And
So 16 years ago, did this band originate that long ago?
No, not this band. Different guys, different. Everything was different. And Matt, you were such a different drummer back then. You like had a hiatus from drums and came back stronger, better, and with a completely different style.
Is that true, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Time signatures will do that.
Yeah. I hadn't touched my kit. Would have been. I tried selling it. It wouldn't sell for the value I wanted it. So it lived in its bags in the garage. Just occasionally set it up. The kids would play it. It would just sit there gathering dust. But once I found something that was cool to play with, it was really cool for the first maybe 3 months of jamming with these guys, because you watch the cobwebs and all the wheels and cogs start going, and every jam got better and better and better.
That's awesome.
Constantly pushing myself. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. And then learning after the fact, hey, you're playing in 7/8 or you're playing in 3/4. It's like, what do you mean? It's like learning how to count. I'm self-taught. I've never had any lessons.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So yeah, that's amazing. I was a drummer. I've been a drummer. Yeah, I've been a drummer. I started off playing drums, so I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, going strictly off of feel and then learning to count and after the fact was kind of cool. So now I actually can keep talk to Milky at his level and keep him in check when he's talking about, well, what's the count for this?
Yeah.
It's like, it's actually this. No, it's this. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, is there a collaboration between you and Milky? Are you two pretty tight as far as, collaborating and putting rhythms together in the band?
Yeah, definitely tight. It's definitely group effort. Like it's like I there'll be an earworm or a riff or a couple of lyrics that we really like that start to get the engine churning. But I love it. It doesn't really matter who starts the idea. I just love the input of the boys, and it's because that's one of the things I really do enjoy. Because I would think of half the ideas, or if it wasn't for these boys, it would be a different beast. So
you guys are kind of like a musical family. You feed off each other. Somebody comes up with a riff, you grab the riff, you start writing a song.
Yeah,
I got you.
You know how it goes. There will be like a tune that will just come out, and then the band just starts humming it, and then you go, oh, okay, there's something there in that, okay, it's trapped in your head. Okay, yep, that's got to stick.
Then 3 or 4 days later, I'll send Milky a voice message with, oh, what about this riff? And I'm actually screaming.
Well, Milky, tell me a little bit more about Joel. I see him over there. He can't wait to jump in there. And did you say he's from New Mexico? Did I hear New Mexico?
Yes, I did indeed, sir.
Yep, New Mexico, northern New Mexico.
How long you been out here, Joel?
He's running.
It'll be 4 years in September, so a little more than 3.5 years.
Okay, and when did you start playing music? And are you native? Where are you from?
I'm my mom's got some native blood, and Yeah, I started out just like similar to Cain's story. I had a lot of family connections with music.
Gotcha.
My uncles that I grew up with and stuff were all musicians. And one day my uncle told me, save some money, buy a bass. He's all, I could start teaching you some stuff and you get gigs. Because I had originally started like looking up tabs and wanted to play Metallica shit. And
There you go.
my uncle was just like, you'll be way better off as a bass player. And well, I just trusted his word and showed me a few things and said, don't overthink it. You know, gave me a few pointers, said, this is the 1-4-5. This is in every type of rock music. And just went from there and just was playing, family functions.
Yeah.
And then
Now,
that led to more gigs.
Did you meet these guys first when you came out? How'd you get, you came to New Zealand, correct? And then you met these guys right away? Did you meet them right away?
It must have been, I arrived in September 2019 and I met these guys February 2020.
Okay, so it's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Pretty quick. Yeah.
How did you find these guys? How did you find them?
Well, I had posted on one of the local music pages saying, hey, I'm new to the country. I'm a bass player.
Right.
Really eager to meet some other musicians. I had quite a few people messaging me saying, hey, sending me videos and stuff.
Right.
But when I saw these guys, I had looked up their YouTube channel. They were called the Northmen.
Northmen.
Milky and
Northmen. So I got to hear that story, guys. I got to hear about the Northmen. I'm digging deep here. I'm digging deep. So how do you like playing with this band?
Oh, it's been an amazing experience so far. I've been able to travel all over the country.
That's awesome.
I could say that being here, we've been on the radio station and I'm involved with a really cool, like, original project, which really was suited for me because I didn't come here thinking of any sort of genre that I was going to fall into, because I have experience with hip hop, R&B and stuff like that. And so I would even been happy in like a reggae band, but I was just seeing who I vibed with first. And,
right.
When I saw these guys' videos, I was like, man.
Yeah, they're pretty badass. I did listen to you guys.
Hell yeah.
You guys are fucking badass. I got to tell you, I was getting into your groove, man, and this is my second podcast show tonight. I had one at 5 p.m. with Fever Tree. I just interviewed Fever Tree 5 hours ago. So I'm having a long day right now. So I'm at 10 o'clock p.m. tonight. I was looking forward to meeting you guys because Brian told me these guys are a fucking blast. You're gonna love these guys. That's what Brian told me. He goes, and wait till you meet Milky Way. I go, wait a minute. The guy's name is Milky Way. He goes, yeah. Do I call him Milky or what? Hey, Milk, what's going on? He says, don't worry about it. So, hey, what's up, Milk? I love the name. I really do. But I wasn't sure what to call you.
My name's Michael Way. So
Michael Ways. Okay. Yeah. Can I still call you Milk? Milky?
Oh, hell yeah. Everyone does.
All right. Okay.
I can't fight it anymore.
You can't fight it anymore. So have you guys always been into, would you consider yourselves heavy metal, or what category do you throw yourselves in?
Smooth jazz.
No, it's always hard for me with the genre thing, because at the
I
end
like
of the day,
Matt's got it going on over there.
Always ask what you sound like. I just go, I just want to make something weird. Like, you tell us what we sound like, because I really love the aspect when people try to, they come up and go, well, you sound like this, but you're not that. You sound like that, but
they can't quite put their finger on it.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. Exactly. And I call that fusion. I talk about this in all of my shows.
Yeah.
Music has become a fusion of all genres.
No, exactly.
So you guys definitely are niche. Like, say that, niche.
Yeah, we try to keep that adaptation still going. I don't want anything to sound the same. It's like the music that I love to listen to. The albums were great. They took you on that little bit of a journey. It wasn't just this flat, here it is the whole way, and then album ends. It's got this little journey that, it's about pulling people in. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Melodic love songs with teeth.
What's that, Matt?
Melodic love songs with teeth.
I like that. The women are going to love that. Yeah. And especially the heavy metal women who want a melodic song with taste, with a little bit of
No,
a
with teeth.
taste.
Melodic love songs with teeth.
Oh, teeth.
Yeah.
She's got to have teeth. I'm not sure with teeth. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend.
Just
She didn't have any teeth, so
I talk funny. I'm Irish.
That's a bonus.
you know, I'm a little bit Irish, but I was in Ireland for a month. I was in Australia for a month. I never made it over to where you guys are. God, it's beautiful island. Mount Maunganui.
Yeah.
Did I
At least you
pronounce it right?
pronounced it right.
Mount
Yeah.
Maunganui. Oh, see, there I go. I mixed Australian. Lois told me, do not talk Australian.
Brian does it all the time. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
And I'm
G'day,
American.
mate.
Hello, mate. Oh, yeah, you look like you're a little bit lost, mate. When I was in Australia, they knew I was American. And no matter how hard I tried, they knew I was fucking American. I'm walking down the beach and I'm following my Australian co-parts who live there. We were staying with some Australians. He goes, you better catch up. You look like you're lost, mate. And I go, what are you talking about? I didn't fool him. He goes, you better catch up.
The idea is
You
to
better
sound
catch
more
up,
like a
mate.
talk.
You know, I just wasn't fooling anybody. But they had the best beers. I was drinking Koopa.
Cooper,
I
yeah.
I
Oh,
found
that
my
takes me
beer,
back.
Koopa. And there
Yeah, I
was a
remember
couple
Cooper.
Koopas. You guys have Koopas over there?
Stout was always nice and cheap.
Nice and cheap, exactly. And I couldn't believe a bottle of vodka was like $60. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
not paying
that.
$60 for a bottle of vodka. I was
Nah,
like,
man.
are you kidding me? The alcohol was very expensive, but the beer was pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
Yeah,
makes
same
any
over
sense.
here. It could be fucking expensive, dude.
Okay. Cain, I just want to know a little bit about you, Cain. What do you play again? What's
What
your
I play? Oh, I can play guitar, but I put it down in this band because Milky Way's too good. And no, I played a Korg in this band, which is really just a sound bender, like Stevie Wonder used them. A
So you're
Korg,
are you the keyboardist?
yeah. And you'll hear in those 3 singles. I'm not sure if it's been used, but the singles coming up, you'll hear it more. And it's
But-
just I don't know, just bending sounds. So it's keys, but it's sort of bending and twisting the notes around it. So it's pretty cool.
Synthesizer.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. Now I'm a keyboardist myself, and I'm also a guitar player.
I don't know, you know, Stevie Wonder, Superstitious. Wump,
Yeah.
wump, you know, and that's where
Yeah.
the chord was
Yeah.
used. Yeah,
I like it.
that's how it's bending the note. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
modulator.
Wow.
Something-
Wow. I got to sit down and listen to your album. I haven't had much time. I've been so busy promoting you guys.
We've only got the 3 singles out.
Okay, that's okay. You
We're
know,
working on the album at the moment.
okay, that brings me to question number 10. When do you guys plan on doing maybe an EP or something out now or an album?
That's what we're working on this year. So last year we kicked our asses off.
Yeah.
We did 30 plus gigs in 10 months.
We're about 32.
Wow.
And this year we have decided that we're not going to gig as much, and we're starting to go through the process of creating all of our ghost tracks for studio. And they're all going to go off to our producer Nathan Sauter, who's awesome.
Yeah,
and he's going to work his magic on those. And then our plans are to have a 10-track album and a 5-track EP.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good plan. You know, people are buying 1, 2, 3 songs. You know, things have changed back when we bought an album for, $12 or whatever it was. Most of the time we bought it because we liked one song, or we liked a couple songs. And today people get this like a smorgasbord. They get to go pick their one song or their 2 songs. And so I've been releasing singles, and then I turn them into EPs, and then they eventually become an album. You know, so
yeah, that's pretty much the path we're
it's kind of what you guys are doing, right? You're going to release some singles.
Right, we threw a demo up on Spotify, which is our Coruscanic live demo, which is 4 tracks. And that was recorded in a lounge at a pop-up studio with a producer from Coromandel. And so that was just for us to get something out there.
Was that a live recording?
Yeah.
Was live.
Just went in and got 2 hours, and packed up and packed down in that time, and just one
Perfect.
take
Yeah.
Yeah.
People love the live
Um,
stuff, guys. They
live,
love
yeah.
the live stuff. Yeah.
You can't tell it's live though. That's the best part about it. And then we hit the studio properly and worked with the producer. So we got the 3 singles, which we've just finished pumping those out. And
Nice.
now it's trying to get the next round in. But now we know how Nathan works and how the whole studio progress works. We're learning as we go. So yeah, the plan is to hopefully go in and do another 5 and then smash out another 5, but I get everything ready beforehand so that it's
No.
a lot better.
Is any of this being played now on the radio with Curtain Call Records? Are you on the radio now?
All 3 of our 2 of our singles at the moment are being pushed on the radio. So we've got
Okay.
Where You Found Me and Dead Empire, self-titled,
Okay.
is on the radio. Buckley is due to go out following the schedule. Should be the end of February, beginning of March. Should be the next single push for radio stateside.
Now you guys have a video out, correct? You have a video?
With everything that we've released on our own, we've kind of tried to do something to go with it for the old YouTube.
Now,
So,
somebody sent me a video. Who was that? I believe it was an MP4. You sent me the MP4. Was that Buckley?
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah, the lyric video.
Okay. Before we get too far into the show, we're gonna play your video.
Woohoo!
So I'm gonna have, who wants to announce it? You guys pick. Who wants to announce it?
Joel, say something. Announce it, buddy.
Joel, you want to announce the video?
Sure. This is our single titled Buckley. This is a lyric video that we came up with just to kind of to set the tone for, what's more to come. We're planning on making, some legit videos, but we wanted to put something out there. So this is Buckley lyric video. Enjoy.
We're playing it now.
I sit on this window ledge and I'm writing you a love note. I listen
and when you get on tour, I'd love to interview you guys again. When you guys get,
Oh,
stuff.
absolutely.
You guys would be a
Oh,
blast
yeah.
to interview. And I know you're going to have a lot more of these type of podcasts and interviews coming up. And
I promise I'll wear pants in the interview.
Yeah. None of us are wearing pants.
I knew I was going to have fun with you guys. Now, do you guys now in New Zealand? And I'm not going to. They say there's Kiwi. Would they call them Kiwis? You wouldn't be a Kiwi. A Kiwi.
Yeah.
How do you have Kiwis? I want to hear. I want to hear a deep accent about.
Oh, what are you fellas up to, bro? Is that right?
Oh, not even now.
Hello, bloody hell! Do you guys say bloody hell out there? Bloody hell? No, that's UK. That's an English thing.
Oh, fucking stink out.
Fucking stink out. They say that. I was on this boat. I was out in Australia. I was there for New Year's Eve. I'm on this boat. It's a sailboat, and the guy just kept saying "fuck." Well, and I would. There's certain words I just have a hard time saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he kept saying the C word. He kept saying the C word.
Yeah, over here it's can't. Yeah.
Yeah. And the US.
It's a verb, a noun, and an adjective over here. So it's a good thing. You're a good cunt. You're a funny cunt. You're an ugly cunt. It's a useful word.
Say it like that guy is a cunt.
How you say it.
Yeah. It's how you say it. Right.
Endearment. Yeah.
Word.
I got
you.
It's
a term of endearment.
It's all in the context.
Yeah.
And he was really funny. He was funny. He was very street Australian, mate. I was out there fucking days. I was out there with his chicks. Now, we had a fucking good time, that fucking, and he kept going on and on and on and on. And he wouldn't shut up, man.
Yeah.
And I was gonna throw him off the boat. I was just gonna,
Yeah, but we actually have to learn that we can't use that word so frequently over when we're over your ways.
And here's the thing, I don't care how it's okay out there. I was fine. I was even starting to use the word. I'm like, I was kind of joining the party.
It took Joel a while to get used to.
Yeah.
Joel was that a shocker? Was that a shocker?
Yeah. Like
Joel was like that guy.
The first time I met this guy at a bar and he was like, "Oh yeah, he's old. We use that word here. It's not a problem." And then some drunk lady came up to me and she was like being annoying. I was like, "Oh, you're a cunt." And then he was like, "That was fucked up." He said, "That was fucked up. You should have said that." I was like, "You just told me. That's all good."
It got you in some trouble.
But I think that's the context that they're talking about. Is that just me being an American here? It didn't sound right when I said "cunt." It was offensive, but these guys.
You were the new guy.
If you'd have put a word in front of it,
get away with it.
Yeah.
I just found it.
I said, "You're a cunt." Oh
yeah. I don't want to carry that on too long, but I mean, it was awful.
I know. Yeah, I was just thinking that every word's going to be bleep.
No, and I hear podcast shows where it's beep, 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 beep. Like, why'd you let the guy on if it's going to be beeping all night? I mean, it's just really, it sounds like a truck's backing up the whole time. And just let it flow, and I hear the Joe Rogan interviews and the other guys, and I'm like, oh my God, why do you have to beep everything out? So anyway, I really wanted to meet you guys. And mainly hear about the band and what your expectations are. Now, do you have a website or where people can go and find out information?
Everything's mainly on socials. That's on my to-do list as a proper website.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So our main thing is on Linktree, but punch in deadempire.nz or Dead Empire NZ, you generally find everything on Google, which leads to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
and that's how I found you. Do you have you have a Facebook page too as well, correct?
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of went to your Facebook, and then I went out from there, and I found I think Curtain Call Records has a a little website for you guys.
Yeah, so our APK for them is on. It's all linked to our Linktree, but it's on my to-do list is to make a proper website that links everything together.
Gotcha. Well, you're pretty easy to find, but as you move forward, I used to be a website developer, and I used to always tell companies, put everything, all your links in one spot so they can go Like
Well,
cast
yeah,
off the.
we use Linktree for that, and link in bio generally works because you find us somewhere.
Okay,
But I want to link it so that we've got like deadempire.com or whatever.
gotcha.
And then
Now,
link
are
it all
all
with
are all you guys married, single? I mean, all buckled down, or do you want to mention that?
yeah, married, 3 kids.
3 kids? Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, no, Joel? Where are you at?
I'm not
Joel.
married yet.
The,
I have a partner.
actually, the reason why I'm here is because my girlfriend got a full ride scholarship to come to school here.
Nice.
So I would have never been here without her.
Very
So
nice.
she just finished her PhD program last
Oh,
week.
congrats, by the way.
Congratulations.
She's
Hey,
a doctor
celebrate.
now. Everything's done with school. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're not
Wow.
married. We're not married,
He's
but
the doctor.
we've been together for 8 years.
You better get married.
So she's my ride or die. Yup.
Yeah.
You better put a ring on that. I'll tell you.
I gotta put a ring on that.
Go
You know,
on,
it's
dude.
congratulations, and that's a success story. I love to hear those. You guys are going to be big. You guys are going to be big if you stay together and keep pumping out the songs, man, and keep showing your face and get out there and do some live concerts. You guys are going to be big as hell. And don't ever stop. I'll tell you, I've been in the business 45 years, man. You don't stop. The minute you stop, people forget about you real quick. And I'm saying that from experience, man. You disappear like you never existed. And so you got to stay on it, man. I think Curtain Call was a good choice for you guys.
Yeah.
I know Brian, he's going to push the shit out of you guys. And as far as songwriting goes, so you're pumping out a new album. Are you guys in the studio right now working on new material?
That's all of our material is, well, we've got like 15 songs, so we're doing it backwards as such. We write a song, we fall in love with it, we generally play it at the next available live gig, and the set just keeps growing and growing and growing. So I've never been able to understand how bands can sit there, write an album's worth of material, not play it on their live show until the album's dropped. So yeah, that's we can't do that.
Doesn't make any
Also,
sense. You got a song, go play it.
We got to be on form with the song, so it's the best way to practice it and get it down and just,
No,
So
I got
generally
you.
how it works. Generally, how it works for us is we record it. That's when we stop fucking with that song.
Yeah.
It's been recorded. That's how it is, and we kind of deviate away from it once it's been etched in stone. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So we're
That's
doing
the
the
way
whole process backwards.
I want to know more about your gig situation there in your local town. For your fans who are watching this, what do you have coming up? And I'm thinking this is going to air in March, April, May, June, July. What do you got coming out that people are going to want to go and see?
Recording.
You're recording. Okay.
Yeah, we've gone into the studio.
We got a gig.
maybe on
We
the
got gigs. Little gigs.
Okay.
We got
Okay.
a gig on April 20th here at the place I work at right now.
April 20th. There you go.
That'll be the
And-
420 gig. We got a band called Living State out of Auckland that are coming down, so we're gonna support them, and they're on a little tour. So that'll be our next like set in stone gig. But the way we roll most of the time is people just call us short notice, and we're like, "Yep." We just say, "Yep."
So you could be playing anywhere at any time.
Yeah.
But
They
April
just come
20th
and go quick.
But you've already booked April 20th, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So
I actually just confirmed that today, as a matter of fact.
So those of you listening out there, go see Dead Empire April 20th. And if you guys are like me, you got to come to the live shows and support these guys. These guys are, I want you to pack the shit out of the house. Just pack it out, man, where people are crawling on the roof. People are crawling on the roof to get in.
That's
And,
that's what we want.
that's how Van Halen made it. Van Halen was so popular down in Pasadena. They had people crawling on the roof of the club. There was a bunch of clubs, but I was playing with Van Halen back then, and there was so many people crawling on the roof. They were climbing over the fences and sneaking in any way they could. The record companies had to sign them, and that's how Van Halen got signed. They just became so freaking popular, and that's kind of hard to do, especially in LA, the United States. to become such a popular band that the record company feels that we have to
We've got
sign
no
these
option,
guys.
eh?
That doesn't
No
happen.
option.
That doesn't happen
No.
very often. When you and Van Halen was extremely popular. I played a bunch of backyard parties with Van Halen, and they were just crazy party animals, man. And they played all along the Glendora to Pasadena to LA, and they were mostly a party band, mostly private parties. And when they went to Hollywood, they packed the shit out of it. They played the Roxy, the Troubadour, they played Gazzarri's, the Starwood, and then the Wood Sound. There was all these little clubs that would, a couple thousand people, and they just kicked the shit out of Hollywood, and they got signed. And I remember that, man. And to get signed today, we have the opportunity to do podcast shows like this, do an album, put it immediately on Spotify, and get downloads, iTunes, all that stuff. I couldn't do that in the 80s. Are you kidding me? Nobody even knew I existed unless I played out live. Or if I handed somebody a cassette tape, or I went and paid $1,000 to make a CD. That's what it cost to make one CD for each band member. We paid over $1,000 to have our music mastered, and we all got one CD. I'll never forget it. We paid about $1,000, and I got to show that CD to A&R reps and record companies and what have you. And right now I can make 1,000 CDs for a penny a disc. And we have the digital. Everything is digital now. We can download our music from anywhere in the world. If that had been available in the 80s, holy crap, I would be a superstar right now. But it was really hard to get your music heard by anybody. You had to do what's called a showcase. You had to invite the record companies down to a room, and they would all come down, and you'd cater it out with food. You put up the light show, and you would do a little short mini set, and that would be your audition for the entire record industry. Capitol, A&M, Elektra, whoever was big. And they came to watch you. If they didn't like you, if they said, nope, you're not what we're looking, they considered you blackballed. They said,
Really?
you're blackballed. You're done.
Jeez.
You just blew your wad. And now you're just going to play clubs for the rest of your life. You guys are done because you're not getting signed. So things have changed. Things have changed where, Curtain Call Records, is giving you guys an opportunity to go out and showcase your stuff all over the world.
That was based on a Facebook video share.
Yeah, that's how we got signed. We just
Wow.
put the Dead Empire, well, Maddie put the Dead Empire video up and got the response from Brian.
Yeah, I just shared it in the Rock Rage group. Thank you. It was a radio station, and got an email. Hey, we need to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to talk. So how about you guys? Are you married, single? How about you two? How about you, Milky, single?
No, I'm not married. I got a partner though.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, no kids.
No kids. You're like me. I got a partner, no kids. She is my partner. And Matt, how about you? Matt?
Me, I'm married with 3 kids.
Nice. How old are your kids?
14, 13, and 7.
Nice. Do they play music?
Not yet.
They
No.
will.
But they will.
Not yet. They're gonna be following Daddy's footsteps. And how about you, Cain?
No, but my 7-year-old is my biggest fan and knows all the lyrics.
Mm.
So every drive you go out, so put that Empire on. It's like
A little cutie.
That's cool. Family come to see you guys play? Everybody?
if we do an all ages show, yep, they love it.
Yeah. How about you, Cain? Single, married?
I'm married.
Oh,
Tell the groupies.
I'm laughing.
I've been
Oh,
with my
God.
partner for a long time.
How
I'm in
many
love.
years? How many years?
I'm not, well, considering I'm only 22, if you do the math, I've only been with her for 3 months. So yeah. Come on, man, let me live the dream.
Yeah,
I never mentioned. I was
I'm not going
I was in a
to
relationship.
washing day. Yeah. And I have to empty the dishwasher later, and then I've got to mow the lawn.
I think it's
Yeah.
now that we're older and we're still playing music. Well, at least I am. You guys are still pretty young. But I'm not afraid to talk about that kind of stuff. And when I was younger,
Our
I
girls
did.
put up with a lot of shit with us gigging.
Yeah,
It's
they do. They've done amazingly well.
We got some good
It's
girls.
not fair, really, you know.
Mm.
I can imagine they got to put up with Matt the most, right, Matt? Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Matt is the guy. And I just interviewed a band, and the one guy says, my girlfriend's listening to me right now. She's upstairs. And he's like this. She can hear everything I'm saying. I go, well, what are you saying? What are you saying is bad? He goes, well, nothing, man. Nothing but, she loved me so much that she cleaned my paraphernalia. I go, she loved you that much?
Cleaned my what?
She cleaned his paraphernalia, his bong,
Oh.
crack pipe.
Oh, that's love.
No, that's love. That is love. Wow, she really loved you a lot. It's so funny. And they were very young, very young. I love interviewing the young bands because they're just so new. They're so fresh, and everything is so new to them. And the whole world is a whole new generation, right?
Exactly. Yeah, just full of vinegar and piss, really.
Vinegar and piss. I got to come out and see you guys. I'd love to go visit you guys out there. If you would let me, that would be fun.
Yeah, you can come stay mine.
Welcome, yeah.
Can I stay with you?
Fuck yeah, absolutely.
Joel, can I stay with your 3 kids and your wife?
Hell yeah, I live right by the beach.
Oh, now you're talking. Okay, so that brings me to question number 12. Are you guys all pretty much in the same area? And can you see the water? Are you by the ocean?
Yeah.
Me and Cain are kind of neighbors. We're about maybe a 2-minute drive from my house to Cain, so we're probably the closest. Well, yeah, Matt and Milky live on the other side of the bridge, so they're a little farther away. But our headquarters, where we practice, our shed, is here in the mount, real near where I'm working right now, and kind of close to mine and Cain's house too.
Are you working right now, Joel?
Yeah, I let him know that I was. I let him know that I was gonna be taking this interview, and we're pretty dead. There's nobody in there. I'm kind of just checking in, but
oh my god,
nobody's here. So
I was wondering why you were hanging out.
This is a good time because Tuesdays there is. It's a strip club up here.
I'm like, is
that's a sex shop.
I get fined.
That's a sex shop,
Jeez,
and that's a strip club.
I like it. I gotta come out. I'm staying with you. I'm staying with you, man.
Yeah, we got the dive bar underneath, the Irish bar next door, and the strip club upstairs.
Perfect.
Sex shop next door.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I love it. Yeah.
Nothing changes wherever you are in the world. Yeah.
Well, I want to.
But I also work at one of the best music venues here in New Zealand. It's just around the corner too. It's called Tought Street. Holds about 400 people. They bring pretty big acts over there.
Have you played there?
I've been working there for over a year. Yeah, we've had opportunities and actually played some pretty good sized gigs there.
You need to look up the Dead Empire video. Yeah, look up Dead Empire video, and there's a cool video where it's a live set and it's been edited. It's good.
Yeah.
Cain, can I find that on YouTube? Is that?
Yeah. Oh, Matt.
Yeah, it should be Dead Empire. Dead Empire. It's a song, Dead Empire. Dead Empire at Tought Street.
Okay. By Dead Empire.
So I'm going to put with this podcast show, I'm going to put a bunch of links below in the description. And so people can find all your links and also the clubs that you're playing at. And so I think you already sent me a bunch of links, or Brian did. So I'm gonna put those in the description near the end of the video.
You should be playing that Dead Empire video actually on this podcast. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. This is going to be shown to a lot of people, and I can't wait to put it together. And I believe you sent me some songs I'm going to be playing in the background during moments of this podcast. So the more the merrier. I think you sent me a bunch of WAV files or MP3s.
I can send you other videos if you want them in MP4 format before it goes out.
I'm going to do one. I'll do one video during the podcast show. It'll be about an hour and 30 minutes long. If you want me to
Cain's
play.
brother made a video too. Where You Found Me. Cain's brother is a big artist here in New Zealand too. So he made us a cool little video that we put for Where You Found Me too. So
well, Matt, could you send me that as well? Send me
Yeah,
the
I've got to
MP4.
change the format for you though, but yeah, I can send it. Otherwise it's an MOV file.
I think I could play MOVs.
If it's
think I-
MOV, then that link that I sent you's got heaps of videos in it.
Okay, all right. I'll do a little bit of.
But
I'll
if
do
it's
some-
MP4, you're after, I've got to convert it and then reload it to the folder.
Let me check
but,
it. I'll send you an email if I need it.
Yeah.
Um,
And I can send you a live set. Yeah, I could upload that. It hasn't been released yet, so you could premiere that if you wanted.
Gotcha. Hey, Milky, did I ask you what did I ask you how you got started? Did I go back to your childhood? Did I skip you?
Oh no, I think you asked me, but like for me, I don't really have anyone musical in my family.
But when a mummy and a daddy love each other,
Yeah, very much.
how far back do you want to go?
I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave you out there, Milk.
Oh no, it was more when I had that moment of, you know, oh my God, that's what I want to do. It was Song Remains the Same, the Led Zeppelin
Nice.
concert.
Nice.
My older brother, you know, got the DVD and just played it, and it was watching that and seeing that, you know, the half-an-hour version of Dazed and Confused, and just like mind blowing, like how do they do that? And just the whole Jimmy Page thing. It's not even that kind of that image and being, you know, really cool and looking amazing. It was just how he played, what he did, that kind of connection he had to his instrument, being able to the level of control and everything. And I was like, no, that's amazing. That's what I want to do. Like Led Zeppelin kind of started that. Yeah, the Jimmy Page thing, man.
Legend. Is this you in this picture here? Is that you with the long hair up there?
Yeah, dude.
Man,
Oh,
that's a cool shot.
Yeah, I'm one of those players that kind of tends to close their eyes and just get lost into it.
Is that you too? I think I got two of you there.
Yeah, they're both me.
Yeah,
I've got the bottom shirt on, so
I was trying to find some really cool images of you guys and just kind of, you know, show off a little bit. And it's really cool, man. You know, you guys have a really cool image. And the logo Dead Empire. And yeah, I did see on your website, or you had merchandise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You had merchandise for sale. And you had some really cool t-shirts and some caps with the Dead Empire logo. And I actually thought about buying one. So everybody, you know, if you're listening to this podcast, check out Dead Empire and go get some. There you go. Look at that. Look at that bitch in the hat.
Yeah.
And they do ship to the States too.
International shipping.
People that
and very good quality
international
as well.
shipping. So
okay.
Yep. All you do is order. You can customize any of your gear, and we'll ship it from here. So that's pretty cool.
Well, thank you, Joel. That's kind of what I needed to know. So everybody in the United States and New Zealand, all around the world, you can get their merchandise and listen to their songs. And what an awesome band. And they got a lot of stuff coming out, new album, the whole 9 yards, and a tour that's, I'm sure, in the works and possibly coming to the United States.
Yeah, man.
Did I hear that?
Dude.
April, May, June,
hopefully
July?
end of June, July time.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect time. And you're coming to Vegas, right?
I hope so.
Coming to Las Vegas. You know, the MGM.
House, aren't we?
You guys got to come down and play on Fremont Street. Put you on Fremont Street.
Play on your driveway.
You can play in my driveway right now.
Okay,
done.
That's funny because my hometown is Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, so it's like a Wild West town. They do a lot of filming and stuff there, but that's my hometown is Las Vegas, New Mexico. It's actually the original Vegas.
You know, is that true? It really was the original. Yeah.
I mean, this goes back to Doc Holliday. It might have been one of the biggest cities west of Kansas City at one point on the railroad.
Right.
So it's dates real far back. They have some really old architecture and buildings there. They've done like Ghost Hunters episodes at some of the hotels
I've heard a lot about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
so they
cool.
found some really good evidence of like ghosts in those buildings at my hometown. But yeah, that's
my wife was just on Ghost Adventures. She played.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was just on Ghost Adventures. She's an actress. She was in The Punisher too, with Dolph Lundgren.
Wow. Have her look up. Yeah, Las Vegas,
Her name
New
is
Mexico.
Lois. Her name is Lois Larimore, and she's my other half. So she's the actress, and I'm the
Why,
musician.
That's
why are you
cool.
whispering? You're
That's why-
whispering.
Well, because she's sleeping.
Oh,
She'll get mad if I'm bragging about her. But Lois Larimore has been she played with Elliot Gould, who was in MASH. Elliot
Yeah.
Gould was in Ocean's 11, and her and Elliot, she played Elliot's wife, and Christopher Atkins from Blue Lagoon played her son. And
Nice.
they did a show
You're
in
well
Australia. It's in Australia called Exchange Lifeguards. And it came out in Australia with Phil Avalon, who's the producer, and Lois Larimore is the blonde, the ditzy blonde that and Elliot Gould's rubbing her tits with this mud, in the movie. And Christopher Atkins goes to set up he's buying a resort on the island, and he wants to make the resort out of mud. And she's feeding them drugs to keep them sedated so they can do this project. It's kind of funny. But she's kind of the star in the show. She's the star. So if you want to see my other half, she's in Exchange Lifeguards with Elliot Gould and Christopher Atkins. Anyway, I could go on. But anyway, that's why we don't have any kids, because we both are career entertainers. I've been playing music since I was 14 years old. I recorded my first record, and I've been playing Hollywood since I was 15 years old. And I haven't stopped. And I just came out here to Vegas. I decided to do the podcast show because, just playing music, it gets kind of old for a while. So I thought this would be fun to do. And I'm going to meet a lot of musicians and people along the way, which is already, even Brian says, hey, man, let's do a podcast about you. Let's do this and let's do that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe one day.
Yeah.
But let's promote your bands right now. Let's get through season
You've got
3.
decent pedigree. It's worth telling.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of I've got a lot of great stories. I'd love to share them with you guys. And the whole Tommy Lee thing, and that was I always talk about Tom. And Vince came to our school, and he was like a wannabe. He was like, the guy that wants to be a rock star. And everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy? He had long brown hair, and he played in a band called Rock Candy, and they did the Dirt movie. Remember the Dirt movie? They did a thing when he was in when he was in the little band. Well, that would be Rock Candy. That was the only band he was in. And James, who was his guitar player, was really good. And shortly after that, Tom did not like Vince. They didn't get along. They weren't friends. And I was playing LA before Tom was. And I used to hang out with Tom, but he was in like little bands doing US 101. He was in Greg Leon Invasion. Dealer. He was in a band called Dealer. And he kept fucking the girlfriends of the guitar player, and he kept getting thrown out of all these bands.
Yeah, there you go.
And I'm like, I go, he's got the makings of a real rock star. Tom did. And Nikki found Tom, and then the rest is history. Then they found Mick, and there goes Motley Crue. But I always tell that story to the young guys really get a kick out of it. They go, wow, Tommy Lee, it's no big deal to me. He had no tattoos. No tattoos, short hair, and like I said, he had that little thing on his chin. We called him
a bunch of Motley Crue tunes.
Too Fast for Love. Remember that?
Hell yeah!
And so I can't get a hold of Tom. He ignores me. He doesn't want to talk to me. I'm not sure why. Vince, I never did like Vince. I don't care about Vince. I don't care if he talks to me or not. But I would like to get back in touch with Tom. But listen, I want to wrap up, guys. Is there anything you want to say to your audience out there before we wrap up?
Thank you.
Listen to Dead
Stream our
Empire.
stuff. Listen to us. Yep.
Been unreal.
Go like our socials, because that's pretty important to get up likes and followers.
Okay, so Dead Empire's inviting you to all their live shows. So please look them up out there, people. If you like good old rock and roll and heavy metal and a little bit of that New Zealand style that they bring to the table, these guys are awesome. And they'll take you all the way to the Milky Way. I'm telling you right now, these guys are badass. Guys, I want to thank you for being on the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show here on Las Vegas.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Please stay in touch, will you? And if you guys get this album out, I'd like to have you guys back for another round if you guys are
Oh,
okay
fucking
with it.
absolutely, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
amazing.
And again, Joel, congratulations on
Thank you.
your family and your wife. That's a really
Sleeping with a
awesome-
doctor.
Sleeping with the dogs.
Hell yeah, bro.
All right, you guys, have a good night, and thank you for joining me on the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show.
Awesome,
Thanks a
man.
lot.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot,
Right on.
brother.
Take care, guys. Good night.
See you.